So with Mercury and Saturn stationing direct, we would think that it's an all systems kind of go situation here, right? But Cancer still has Jupiter retrograde in its sign. So let's see what the tarot holds for our water signs. So hello, welcome everyone, or welcome back to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie, and tonight we're pulling cards for Cancer, Scorpio, and for Pisces, your sun, moon, rising for the month of December. So let's start off with Cancer. What does the month of December hold for our Cancerian friends? Again, it feels like all systems are go. However, Cancer does have Jupiter retrograde in its sign. Now, Jupiter will stay in Cancer until June of 2026. However, it's only going to be retrograde until sometime in January, I believe. So, but here's the thing: whatever happens in one sign, the other signs of the same element tend to be affected as well. So let's find out, shall we? What do the cards hold? What message do the cards hold for Cancer? And you have Cancer. I am ready. Thank you. I love this card. Card number 13, by the way. And she's carrying a full moon behind her. Look how beautiful. I am ready. And we do have, today is Tuesday the 2nd. We do have the full moon in Gemini happening on Thursday the 4th. Cancer, I am ready. What are you ready for? Let's take a deeper dive. Let's see what the tarot holds for our Cancer friends. What is Cancer ready for in the month of December? Yeah, so how is everyone? Are you enjoying this last phase of the year, the final chapter of the book of 2025, right? What is in store for Cancer? So let's see, we have 4 cards, 5 cards face down. Okay, 2 cards face up. The Magician, the 3 of Swords. Who had the 3 of Swords? Somebody had the 3 of Swords before. We'll see. King of Pentacles. The root of the deck. The King of Pentacles, right? Stability, strong foundations, security. And Cancer, right? You're about home and family. Right? And so, and the King of Pentacles, again, this is like the opposing king, right? But balancing energies. The King of Pentacles is self-made. He creates his own story. He creates his own life. He also may be an entrepreneur, but he works and strives for stability and safety and for all the things that we need in life. So let's see what we have. We have, interesting, you have the Death card, which is card number 13. And the number on here is 13. And your first card is Death. That's transformation, right? That's rebirth. You have the Devil card next. Okay, you're going through something here for sure. The Moon, the 8 of Cups, the Magician, 3 of Swords, 8 cards, 3 major arcanas. So whenever the major arcanas come out, that's where we need to set our focus to. And the other cards are like assisting cards. So, interesting, Cancer. Your first card says, I am ready. So this card of death is death and rebirth, right? Shedding the old you to come into the new you. So leaving behind that and the Devil, right? Leaving behind what has been holding you back from your future, from your life. You have the 10 of Cups. This is your card, right? This is emotional fulfillment, family, joy, happiness, and of course, you know, the beautiful sky. This looks like sand, although I don't know for sure that it is sand. It might be because this looks like it's a boardwalk. So Cancer, like your big breakthroughs, right? This card of stability could be that you are finding stability within your own self. It can be physical stability, like a new home or something. It can be about the feeling stable with yourself, feeling comfortable with the decisions that you're making, right? Again, death. This is probably just aligning with if you had pulled the card of the Tower, especially when it is with the devil, right? This is an end of a phase, the end of something. It could be a dark phase or the end of some uncertainty that's been in your life, or the end of whatever has been pulling you back. Now, we have the full moon again in Gemini on Thursday, and full moons, that is the time to release, to let go. Again, fulfillment, happiness, joy, emotional fulfillment, filling up like your heart center. I love this. I said you have three, you have four major arcanas. The moon, right? Leaning in, again, the full moon here. Again, you have two full moons in your reading. 2 days, the eve of the eve of the full moon. Balancing that side of us that wants to kind of hide in the shadows and stay safe, right? Not to cause any waves and just kind of be very subtle in life. But yet we know that we can't, right? There's something calling us, pulling us to our authentic self. And it's time that you're listening, Cancer, to your intuition. It is pulling you away. Again, right? Moving away from the things that either are no longer working for you or that haven't worked for a long time. The Magician reminds you, you've had the strength and the power within you all along. You just have to wait for that divine timing to be fully ready. And when you are ready and when you start to embrace that, there's not even anything you have to do. You kind of say, I'm ready, and everything starts to open up, right? The fulfillment opens up. You look at that aspect of yourself that you've been kind of hiding away or not bringing out into the light. And then you say, no, wait a minute. I need to move forward. Like, this is something that I need to do. For some of you, this could be a really big calling. For some of our Cancerian friends. And again, the Magician is here to remind you, you have what you need. Look at all the butterflies on here. Growth, transformation, all of these cards. The death and rebirth. The devil, right? I am ready. Thank you. You are ready to release. You are ready to move forward. You're ready to blossom and bloom, Cancer. 3 of Swords, right? Known as the heartbreak card, but realizing where in thoughts in your mind that you have carried with you that have kept you from moving towards your destiny, from listening to your soul, from being ready to literally grab life and fly. That little leap of faith, a big leap of faith. Cancer, a lovely reading for you. Thank you. That is your reading for December. Hopefully that has given you some insight, inspiration, ideas, more questions. Don't know what's going on with the cards here. More questions. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you would like to work with me in any capacity, my email is in the description box. Feel free to reach out. Let's go on to Hello Scorpio. How is Scorpio today? And happy December to Scorpio. We just left Scorpio season. We are now fully in Sagittarius season. So we went from the depths of who we are, and now we're taking what we've learned about ourselves under the light of Sagittarius and shining it brightly. So Scorpio, what does the month of December hold for you, I wonder? I focused on what is working. Card number 14. Cancer just had card 13. You have card 14. She's got a bow and arrow in her hand, so that's, there's also a full moon here. So I'm going to bring in some Sagittarius energy here as well because of the bow and arrow, the archer. I focus on what is working. Interesting, Scorpio. What is working for you? What is working? And that's where we should put our focus, right? If we focus too much on the things that aren't working, on the things that frustrate us, then we can stay stuck in that energy. So let's see what the tarot holds for our Scorpio friends as they continue to focus on the good, on the joy, on the things that are working, on the things that are bringing them progress, opportunity. Foresight is coming to mind. I don't know what that is. We'll see. Again, tarot, what do you hold for our Scorpio friends for the month of December? Three of Cups. That came out for our air signs as well. King of Swords. Okay. Four of Cups. King of Swords. Four of Swords. On the root of the deck. So the root is taking care of yourself, taking a step back, maybe getting out of the mind a little bit, right? Focus can be not just your thoughts, but allowing your actions and your belief system, right, to be help focus you on what's working. You have Two of Cups, right? Union, harmony. Again, the Magician. So you have two major arcana. You have the Magician and you have the World. The Magician is card number 1 in the major arcana, but the major arcana starts with card 0, the Fool. So you have the second card for the major arcana all the way to the last card, the World. And again, she is resting, and the Four of Swords is about taking a break, taking a step back, recharging yourself and resting. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Another card about resting, and King of Swords. Clarity and focus. So what you're going for is to get clear. You're focusing on, and both of them have bows and arrows, right? You're focusing on what is working, but you want to make sure that your focus is clear, that your path is clear, which is why you're asked to take a moment, to take some steps back. You have a lot of harmony around you, Scorpio, but you're very charming and charismatic. So don't be surprised if there is someone in your life that's just going to help you along this way. But be the voice of reason for you. Again, the Magician. Remembering the magic that you have, right? Beyond the element of water that you hold, you have 3 other elements. And you also have like the guidance of the divine universe or whatever it is that you believe in. The World. You have learned a lot, Scorpio, about yourself, about the things you want, about not pushing, but flowing. So if something isn't working, you've learned that you don't keep pushing towards that thing. You take a moment. If that thing isn't working, then you turn around, you change your mindset and focus on what is working, which is what your King of Swords is. Changing your focus, which is why you have these resting cards. Allowing the things to fall away. 3 of Cups, right? Have some fun. You know, there is a belief that if you want something and you think about it all the time, you can actually think it away. Counterintuitive, right? So whatever it is, a car, a specific house, a certain type of a job, there is something that, if you hold on too tight to the wish or the dream, like you can suffocate it and let it, and it will slip away. Where if you trust and you get a little carefree, and if you just state your intention outward, however it is that you do that, you can take a bay leaf, especially on the full moon, right? Write your intentions on the bay leaf and burn it. That's one way. Or you can just write it down in a journal, or you can speak it out loud. But it's kind of like speak it and then let it go. And then let the universe conspire to bring it into your world the way that it should be brought in. Clearing out the mind of having to control things. You're on a really good path. You do have the Four of Cups. Again, this is about weighing your emotions, though. Emotionally, maybe this is about, for you Scorpions, for our Scorpion friends, emotionally detaching from things. Maybe there's an emotional detachment that needs to happen here in order for you to get into the frame of mind of focus. So there might be some emotional detachment coming for our Scorpio friends. But Scorpio, again, the Magician, I will say, for the month of December has been coming out a lot for our in our astrology, for our signs. The Magician has been one of the biggest cards coming out. So this is a reminder for all of us to remember we have the ability to create what we want. The thing is, we were never told that, and we were never taught that. We were kind of taught, well, just kind of go through life and see what happens. But this is about you taking control. Right? Now, we just had Cancer, who was ready, right? Who was ready to trust. And they had the Death and the Devil card together, like breaking free from those unwanted things, breaking free from the things that are not working, realizing that you have the capacity within you. This is going to be a big focus for 2026 for all of us. Realizing that we outsource our strength. We outsource our power. And it's good sometimes, to get guidance from friends, but validation lies within. Your strength lies within you. And I think this is a big wake-up call for so many. You're getting really clear as in laser sharp focus, Scorpio. And whatever is working for you, go straight at it. Take a break when you need to. Don't overdo it. Go straight at it. Whatever this is coming in big. It is coming in bold. And it will bring you to a place of feeling like, I've done this. Like, I did this. I allowed this dream to happen. By leaning in. By trusting. Great job, Scorpio. This is a beautiful reading. Thank you so much. And again, if you have questions, if you have comments about this reading, put them down in the comments. If you have any other questions you want to reach out to me for, my email is in the description box. So thank you so much, Scorpio. We'll go on to Pisces. Hello, Pisces. How are you? Happy December, Pisces. How are you? Let's see what this month holds for our Piscean friends. There's a lot of breakthroughs. December is a breakthrough month. This full moon is going to be really powerful. It is the last full moon of 2025. It is. The last full moon of 2025. We have this, then we have the new moon in Sagittarius on the 20th, I think it is. And then we go into a whole new Gregorian calendar. The astrological calendar, of course, is not complete. But if you go according to the Gregorian calendar, This is the last full moon of 2025. Like, make it a great one. So what do the cards hold for our Pisces friends? Card number 22. My inner compass knows the way. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? My inner compass knows the way. That is your intuition. Trust, focus. That's a big theme coming up at the end of this year, and this is going to be a bigger theme. Like I said, on Scorpio, it's going to be a bigger theme in 2026 for so many people. So, again, Pisces, your inner compass knows the way. But you're highly intuitive. I say all the time, our water signs are the most intuitive and psychic. All the signs have the abilities, but our water signs are really kind of like on top with that. So, and I love the depiction of the flowers, and it looks like an antique compass. So let's just see what the tarot holds for our Pisces friends. Pisces, on the root of the deck for you, Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy, balance. He's balancing, and this is guided by an archangel. So balancing what we see and what we don't, balancing the sun and moon energy. Let's see what your cards hold, Pisces. That's the root of the deck, so that's about balance. That's what's guiding your reading. That's a major arcana. Again, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 9 of Cups. I love this for you. 8 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 6 of Wands. Pisces, you have really good things coming up. Trusting your inner compass. My inner compass knows the way. Finding that balance and harmony between the shadow self and the sun self, between the dark and the light. You actually have a really phenomenal reading here. You have 10 of Cups, right? Emotional fulfillment. 6 of Swords. Moving towards your dreams. Knowing that you have no choice but to move in the direction that your compass is guiding you. 9 of Cups, again, happiness, joy, fulfillment. It's almost as though you start out, wherever it is you're going, and whatever it is that you need, Pisces, it feels like these things are starting to make their way to you. Like there's not a big search that has to happen. Moving out towards where you know you need to be, letting that compass guide you. And as soon as you say yes to the journey, it's kind of like if they say, if you start to walk the path will open for you. And you also have the 8 of Wands, so we'll get into that. Once you start to walk the path will open. It's like taking one right step, or one step, and then see where that step takes you. And then the next step will start to reveal itself. Once you start moving into your compass, letting that compass guide you forward, away from what you know, into the unknown, then the things just start to open for you. Life becomes plentiful. Life becomes joyous. Life becomes everything that you need it to be. Things start to move very quickly once you start to take your forward motion, your forward action. I mean, just look at this. Who would not want to be here? Isn't that like a beautiful camping spot? I mean, who would not want to be here? This is gorgeous. Things start to open very quickly. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands and Six of Wands. So wands are fire energy. So a new excitement, a passion making its way. And it could be from, just leaning into letting the compass guide you. Recognition. Pisces have been through a lot this past, telling me the past 3 years. Pisces has been through a lot. And again, butterflies on this card. We just had the Magician for Scorpio with the butterflies. So that's, again, about transformation. It's about blossoming and blooming into yourself. People will start to recognize the ease in which you're taking life on at this point. So if you've been through a tough time trying to straddle between what you can do and what you can't do, what you want to do and what you have to do, that's going to start to open up for you. And people are going to start to recognize that, wait a minute, what is Pisces doing? How is everything kind of falling at their feet? They just kind of go off somewhere. Then all of a sudden, things just start to open up. It's like the sky illuminates for them. Opportunities start showing up at your door. And all of a sudden, you have this recognition that might make you feel a little uncomfortable. Recognition for trusting yourself, for trusting that intuition, for living your life on your terms. This is really huge, Pisces. I'm loving this for you. There's a lot of great things coming for you in December 2025. Again, we have the new moon, or the full moon on the 4th in 2 days on Thursday. If you do a full moon ceremony, I would go ahead and do that. Write down those intentions. What are you letting go of? She's moving towards her intuition, right? She's letting the compass guide her towards something. But when you move towards something, you're leaving something behind. Maybe you're leaving the shadow behind and allowing life to illuminate. So those of you who have been through a tough time where it's been feel really dark and uncertain, that's going to change. So maybe you're leaving this behind and moving into this. And also lean into your Sagittarius friends. They can help. So for our water signs, again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, this is your reading for December. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Debbie. Again, this is the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. If you got anything out of this video, give it a like. If you have some friends that could need some guidance, feel free to share it. And until next time, I send you light and love. Happy December, everyone. A happy full moon.